Hi guys, Leigh from Bloody Brush Studio. We're back with another Warhammer 40,000 Battle Report. I'm joined by my good friend Dirk.
Hello.
And today we're here to actually talk about a tournament that we're attending soon, which is Victoria's biggest tournament.
Yep.
And what is its name?
Arc.
Yes.
Arc 40k.
Arc, yeah, you've got to be very specific. It is Arc 40k because it used to be part of Arcanicon, which is a big role-playing and board game convention many years ago, and then it separated itself after a while and became its own beast and became just Arc 40k. And this year it's boasting, I think, about 220 players.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Yeah, so it's sort of one of those tournaments. It's always had 100 plus and 150 plus, and it's just sort of crept up. And yeah, it's really, really good. It's a very hobby-centric tournament as well, and very sportsmanship heavy. So you go there to have fun, and if you bring sort of mid-tier lists that are really well painted and you have lots of laughs, you tend to score really high. So it's nothing based in that ITC level. It's not hyper competitive, and it's also quite low points as well.
Yep.
1350 points.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a lot of fun. This will be my 6th arc, and this will be
my 3rd.
Excellent, and we'll probably have a little bit of a chat about our history a bit later on. So what we're going to do today is discuss the player pack for Arc as well, because I think it's actually something really interesting to talk about. And then we'll actually talk about how we designed our lists for this tournament too, because I think with the way they structure everything, it's really, really interesting to have a bit of a chat about that and the design of making something competitive that's a little bit fluffy and really sort of, try and do something that won't lose you every single game.
Inspire some tournament runners, TOs to just run something a bit more friendly, not so competitive.
That's it, especially because the ITC thing is becoming really popular at the moment with all the ITC points up for grabs, so you can check how you go in the season with how many tournaments you play. So yeah, it's just something that's a little bit different, breaks the mold. It's a lot of fun, but it's also very competitive. So yeah, now if you don't want to listen to this analysis, if you don't want to listen to us gab on for the next however long about this tournament, we'll have a timestamp below where you can actually just get straight to the game and watch the Death Guard pummel the Tower, or vice versa. No. All right, so what Dirk and I have in our hands is the player pack. So, yes, it's a fantastic little player pack. So, Arc always has a very nice player pack. So, basically, it's first page is like any sort of standard player pack. It's got the history of the event a little bit, some of the awards that you can win as well. So, you got champion.
Yep.
What else we got?
Highest placed guy that didn't win anything. Exactly what it says.
That's the 11th place.
Yep. Best noob, so best first time player. Last overall, speaks for itself. Gold, which is every 10 players win something, which is pretty cool.
Yes.
So yeah, if you're not going to win, it's nice to just get that little prize.
Yes.
And then there's the veterans, so how many times, 5, 10, 15, 20 years that that's been going for, and then Hall of Fame.
Yeah, so there's a lot of awards up for grab, which is really, really nice. So lots of people tend to sort of win something or get something out of this tournament. So out of the 220 people, most people tend to sort of walk away with something, which is really, really cool. So next thing we go on to is just the basic rules. So we might even have some things come up on the screen where you can actually have a look at this, and we'll have links down below where you can actually view the player pack as well on the Arc website. So basic rules in this one. The winner will be the player with the highest combined overall battle in sports, sportsmanship, army presentation, and army composition. So 4 major areas, and there's lots of points up for grabs. Overall score, so tiebreakers, sportsmanship, army composition, battle, and army presentation. So there's a lot of people that will probably end up on similar points on how they play. You just need something to sort of do it that way. I'll let you talk about next one.
Points. Must be battle forged. That's a maximum of 2 detachments, but there is some other stuff that we'll talk about that. Army composition rules, while it's not compulsory, tell you how to maximize your points. No Lord of War, no Forge World, no Fortification, no Knights. So,
That's big. No Knights. So you're going to a tournament with no Imperial Knights. No Forge World. So you're not going to see 3 Knights or, 2 Knights with some armies.
It's nice.
And it's just not like that, oh god, I got to face Knights and my list isn't designed for it. You
can bring more troops, sort of heavy armies, and not have to worry about killing something that's as big as a knight.
That's it.
Which is always nice.
Okay, now the next one. All miniatures must be painted to a minimum tournament standard as well. So there's army presentation rules, which we'll be talking about later, and any unpainted or undercoated miniatures cannot be fielded. So you have to paint everything, which is cool. So all the armies look wicked, and
Yeah.
that's the best thing about this tournament. People, a bit like LVO and Adepticon, just spend the entire year painting 1350 points of models just for this one tournament.
Yeah, and speaking of that, with obviously Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, lots of people post their armies up all year long while they're getting ready for the tournament, which is really cool.
Yeah, and I think they even had that as an award last year as well. Like whoever had really good social media stuff, I think they gave them an award for that. So that was really, really cool. All models must be WYSIWYG, so we don't need to go into detail about that. Tiebreakers as well, so they try and share the prizes out as well, so you can't just win multiple prizes.
Yep.
Because some people will sort of dominate certain areas,
Yep.
so they spread it around. And now the biggest thing, what could lose your points, obviously late submission. I call it being a Johnny Cocksplash. If anyone wants to tell me what that exactly means, I think it's don't be a wanker. Yeah, there you go. So I think that's it. And you can't bring recast models, illegally downloaded rule books, things like that. Alcohol, I think they sell it there, maybe. I don't know. Did they?
Not sure.
I don't remember.
So.
And sharing your sportsmanship scoring, which I think is actually a really important thing. I know I usually like, if someone has a really good game, I like to share it, but I also think it's a good idea not to share it to try and squeeze extra points out of people, saying, hey, I'll give you a 10 if you give me a 10 sort of thing. It's just keep it on the DL. Just, you tell people, that was a great game, that was one of my favourites. Really, really good. So there we go. So I don't think we need to talk about the schedule. It's like any other schedule.
Well, the schedule, I just want to mention,
Yes.
they did move back the cut-off publication dates. So we might see some Gene Stealer Cult armies in there, which will be pretty cool. They're looking pretty top tier, so that'll be interesting.
Yes, I'm a little bit afraid to fight the Gene Stealer Colts because I just don't know what I'm expecting against them, so they can
that'll be the
surprise
biggest
you.
thing. You just don't know what's going to happen with them.
Yes. Okay, so here we go. On to the sort of battle stuff now. This is where it gets really interesting. I think this is where has taken a little bit of the ITC scoring stuff, but I've also done it their own way too.
Yeah.
So players will play 6 games with a total of 150 battle points available, and there's no win, loss, or draw.
Yep.
This year. So it used to be win, loss, draw, and you get 15 points for a win, 10
Everybody's
for a
a
draw.
winner.
Everyone's a winner in this, yes.
Well, nobody's a loser, I should say.
Yeah, that's it. Everyone has an ability to score points now. So you get points for achieving the mission objectives. All games will allocate a number of battle points, etc., etc. So if you do not achieve a mission objective before the game ends, you don't score the battle points. So if you table your opponent in 2 turns, you will not receive the battle points for playing 4 player turns, which is really interesting again. Yeah. Because it allows the other player who might have a weaker army to actually start scoring some of those points.
Yeah, it's trying to encourage the fair play kind of rule.
So basically you've got 15 points for the primary objective, so 15 battle points up for grabs, and you'll see in the arc-specific mission we're playing after this, which we'll go through, how that sort of works. Then there'll also be 6 secondary objectives totaling 10 points, which are...
First strike, destroy a unit in the first turn. So going off the IT sort of rules, instead of first blood, both players can get this now. Precision strike, destroy the highest point cost non-HQ unit. So that's pretty cool. 2 points for Slay the Warlord. Yep, pretty self-explanatory. Line breaker, self-explanatory, just 1 point. Line secure, so no enemies in your deployment zone. That's pretty cool. And then completing 4 turns gets you 4 bonus points. So once again, trying to get a good duke out of 4 turns at least. Trying to encourage probably players to not slow play as well. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it has that twofold effect of, not encouraging slow play, so let's at least get 4 turns, because especially in 8th edition, I find turn 1, turn 2 to be the slowest, but then as you get to turn 3, turn 4, it really speeds up, then turn 5, 6, you might be able to play both those turns in like 20 minutes combined. Yeah. So that's... 4 play turns or so, you can get out pretty quick, which is good. We
said that we were going to go to the player pack, but I'll just mention that it does, in the mission that we're going to be playing, it does say 6 turns. So I'm not sure if Ark's going to have maybe 6 turns as the max. They're not going to they're trying to get maybe that sort of number.
I think they're going to go just 6 turns to just go. You've got a definite 6 turns. It's not like let's quickly roll off to see if we have another turn. It's like there's 6 turns to play. You play the 6 turns, unless you get tabled turn 5 or turn 6.
Going over the points for battle, you have to be. I think you're going to have to be really strategic to get that 150 points.
Yeah.
With 15 points being the primary, when we go over that mission pack, we'll have a look into it a bit more. But with all those secondary sort of points as well, it'll be really hard to get max score in all of your games.
Yeah. That's it. So next is be a good winner. So sportsmanship. There's like 150 points up for grabs there. So this tournament is big on sports.
Yep.
So be good to your opponents. Have a great game with them because you don't have to play that cutthroat. I need to observe everything you're doing, call you out on everything. It's just roll dice, have fun, and everyone gets rewarded. So there's a lot of points up for grabs for just being a nice guy or nice girl and just playing the game and doing well out of it. So,
and if they're forgetting rules, point it out to them and stuff like that. Just
help
don't
them
be
out.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah, don't be Johnny Cocksplash, as they say. That's next one, and this one's important for me as well. Paint your damn army. I'm big on the painting. There's 60 points up for grabs here.
You're not a very good painter though.
I'm actually trying to do up the Death Guard a little bit. I'm actually really happy. Like the army I'm taking got some good nods at No Retreat, so I'm trying to carry this on to Arc. But there's a lot of people who've spent a whole year painting 1350 points, so I'm like, there's going to be some really nice stuff at this tournament. So I think I'll be just getting all the good basic points, and that's about it. Sadly, unless I don't know, people want to vote for my army, please do. Vote for Dirks as well. So this one, there's 50 points up for grabs for your painting. So there's a whole list of criteria on the other page here, somewhere on this page here. But basically, you get 50 points as long as you can knock out some of that stuff, which is pretty good. Then you've also got army themes. So basically, if you present an A4 themed army list to present your army during the player's choice presentation, so when they come around scoring your army points for painting, you get an extra 3 points for that. So like mine, I might have some rolled up parchment with the list on there or something. It's all rotted and looking yuck and things like that. That's a theme.
Wiped your ass with it.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And it'll smell just as bad as it looks if that's the case.
Put some flies around it.
Yeah, I'll just get some real flies and,
release them.
Bringing in uploaded background story or PDF documents submitted with the army list. So when you submit your army list into the team, have some background, have a story behind your army. You get some. These are 3 points essentially, which go towards your total score. And then 4 points for the models in your army that have been chosen or others left out and modeled to represent the theme. So if you do some really themey sort of stuff in there, you're going to score some extra points, which is great. And then obviously they've got the painting score here. We're not going to go over it too much detail, but just as long as you do the good amount of details, have some good cohesion with your army, do a display board as well. Display boards are just 3 points, but if you really knock out the display board, like really knock it out of the park, you can get a lot of points with it as well.
I will say though that it's got an interesting one where it's actually done the model count. So if the more models you have, the better your paint score pretty much.
Yes, but they still have to be painted to a good standard. That's the other thing.
If you look at it, 61 models plus will get you a higher score than being between 30 and 60. Just automatically. Just a couple of points, but...
Yeah. My 30 and 60, that's where my list sits at. So, you're at the 61 plus.
I've gone 61 plus just to get me a better score in painting because I'm not as talented as others.
Yeah, whatever. Then the last one here as well, which is talking about Arc Forged, which is a very, very interesting way of doing things. So, as we said before, there's a 2 detachment limit on this tournament. However, you can do something called Arc Forged, which is very specific to Arc, and it's a bit of a throwback to your 3rd ed, 4th ed rulebooks where you had the standard force organization chart, and it basically replicates that. So, to be Arc Forged, what you have to do is you take 1 detachment, you have to take a minimum of 1 HQ, maximum of 2. 2 to 8 troops, so minimum 2, maximum 8 troops choices. 0 to 4 elites, 0 to 3 fast attack, 0 to 2 heavy support, and then 0 to 1 flyer. That gets you Arc Forged. And that gets you an additional 7 command points. So with your 3 for being a Battle Forged, you get 10 command points to play with. That's huge.
Makes it heaps easier.
You can take, like, if you really want to, you can take a battalion or 2 battalions to get the 10 plus 3, so you get 13. But you're missing out on a lot of points.
Yeah, you're missing out on 10 points at least.
Yeah. And then you've got a tick box. So there's a particular thing here that says tick box. Now, this is where it becomes really interesting. This is where we'll go over our lists next. And talk about how we designed our lists, because you have to really think about your list in this tournament. So you get an extra 3 points, and this goes towards your total score as well. For taking 3 points for most points total spent in troops than any other category. So if you spend more points in troops, you get 3 points.
It's pretty hard to do.
It is hard to do, but it is doable.
Yeah.
Plus 3 points for taking 1 total detachment, which we have with the Arc Forged. Plus 2 points for 0 to 2 units with the monster keyword.
Yep.
Plus 2 points for 0 to 3 units with the vehicle keyword. And plus 2 points for 0 to 2 with the fly keyword.
Which is not good for town.
Yeah.
I don't like that one.
Yeah, it's really tough. So we'll quickly go over towards the panel of judges, then we'll go straight into our army list and refer back to this tick box to get extra points along with the Archforge. So panel of judges as well, there's 28 points up for grabs here.
Yep.
They decide on how strong your list is essentially. So there's panel, the 4 judges will combine their score, then they average it out, and that's your composition score essentially. So 0 points for bringing a crap list they want you to resubmit, 1 point for being super overpowered, so you're missing out on a whole bunch of points. 3 points gets you. It's a slightly tough list, but it can be beaten, like Dirk's Tower. Hint, hint, everyone. Hint, hint. 5 points. The list has some grunt, but some clear flaws, and might just be competitive. I think that's where my list sort of sits at the moment. Yep. 7 points. The ideal arc list, a list that you would play with or against many times. Yet again, that's also where mine can sit, depending as well. So there you go. 10 points as well for list submission. So if you submit your list on time, you get 10 points. So there you go. So what we'll go over next now is our army lists and how we designed them with this in mind. So do you want to go first?
Sure. All right. So in my army now, I've gone for the Tau Sept, good old Tau Sept, which is the +5 for Overwatch. Special character, I'm running Dark Strider, and it also gives me the stratagem to give +1 to wound. Pretty good against big targets, although because it's the Arc tournament, I don't know how often I'll need to use that. Maybe if somebody's got a really big squad that I really need to kill. For my Warlord, I've taken a Fireblade, basically to boost my Fire Warriors. He gels well with Dark Strider. He's got Unity through Devastation, which gives basically one target -1 if I roll a 6 to wound for any units within 6 of my Warlord. We're giving him the relic for the chip. Can't remember the name of it. So I get basically a free reroll for shooting. So like reroll to wound, reroll to hit, or damage roll. And I've also got get a command point back on a 6+. Then Dark Strider, once again, to boost my Fire Warriors, basically giving my Fire Warriors the fly keywords so they can fall back and still shoot, which is pretty powerful, especially in a small points game. It's kind of like your army where I've got a little bit of a horde that I can move up and just continually put pressure on the middle of the board and put pressure on the backfield of my opponent. Just shooting with all my Fire Warriors with strength 5 weapons. It's pretty good. And he also gives +1 to wound against a certain unit that he can see for 1 infantry unit. Then I have taken troops of 3 times 12 Fire Warriors with 1 marker light in each on the Sergeant, and then a 10-man squad. And now I've done a 10-man squad just to go into Devilfish with my 2 characters, just to save me on a couple of drops to get that +1. Now that rule's changed, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be using that in the Arc.
Yeah, I think
the
they
+1 to roll off. Then got the Devilfish with a couple of gun drones. I've got 4 stealth suits. The Sergeant's got fusion and shield generator. It's not the optimal loadout, but the way I've designed my model just looks cool. And then I've got 3 with burst cannons and ATS, which is advanced targeting system, which gives them -1 neg to their weapons, and that includes close combat. So I just give them a little bit of oomph in close combat, just if I need it. Then I've got a crisis squad with 3 crisis suits, and they've got 2 missile pods, ATS, with 3 shield drones. They're basically just a fire support unit to hang back and shoot. Then I've got another 3-man crisis suit unit with burst cannon, ion, ATS. Most likely I'm going to deep strike them. Just give me something to sort of go in that backfield, put some pressure on the back units if I want to. They've also got the ATS, so they might charge into close combat on a weaker unit. Because they've got the fly keyword, they can obviously jump out of combat and still shoot, which is pretty cool. And then fast attack, I've got a drone unit of 4 shield drones. Now I've deliberately done this as a separate squad to sort of just mix it up, give me 1 extra sort of choice to sort of see where my opponent's going to deploy if I want to put them in deep strike, or to put them to support my broadsides. Just gives me a bit of versatility. And then I've got 2 broadsides with 4 marker drones. They've got heavy radar rifle, SMS, drone controller, and one's got velocity tracker. I've done this drone controller just to give me +1 for marker lights on my marker drones, so they can hit on a 4+ instead of a 5+. Velocity tracker, which in our last game was really cool. I didn't realise that it gives the +1. It doesn't specify shooting. So in Overwatch, I was rolling on a 4+ to hit, which on a broadside is pretty good.
Yeah, it was painful. So how does this fit in with the Arcforged and tick box for you?
Tick box, I missed out on the troops and the fly keyword. If I ran a Tau army that didn't have more than 2 units with the fly keyword, it's just not really a Tau list. It's pretty much fire warriors and maybe broadsides that, like there's so many units in that, like all the Tau vehicles have the fly keyword. So it kind of limits what I could really bring. Drones have got the fly keyword.
The suits.
All suits have got the fly keyword besides broadside. So it was really hard to run a list without going over that. So I just sort of scrapped that one and just put a line through it straight away and said, I can't really achieve that. It's not a list that I would find fun to play with.
Yeah.
As I said, it's not a Tau list, I don't think, without crisis suits or something.
Well, that means you get 7 points then from the tick box. Is that correct?
Yes.
So yeah,
I got 7 out of 12 for that one.
Yep.
I followed the Arcforged because I think it's stupid not to do Arcforged.
That's 10 points. That means 17 points off the bat for designing a list that way. That's really good.
Yeah.
And
so I'm happy. I'm happy with the list. I've played some practice games and it's played well. It's not absolutely going to smash face, but it is still a very competitive competitive list. And I'm quite competitive, and I've played Tau a lot, so I think I do all right.
Yes, you do very, 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 very well with a Tau. I think I've only beaten you once, and that was with my no retreat army, which was a stupid army. It was very tough, So there you go. So onto the Death Guard. So mine is also Arcforged. So I've got 2 HQs. I've got Typhus because I like his powers as well. He is really strong. He's just such a good linchpin to walk up the field, and he's a good mid-ground beat stick as well. Throws out 2 psychic powers, can deny 1. He's got that power as well where at the start of your movement phase, any models within 7 inches that are within an inch of your unit, so if they're in combat with other units, on a 4-up you get some mortal wounds, so he can start really laying that mortal wound stuff down. His 2 powers that I'm taking are Miasma of Pestilence and Putrescent Vitality. Obviously it comes with Smite. It's just so that way I can buff some of my other units, which is what he's there for. It's nothing offensive, it's all about buffing my army. That's the secret to it. Then I've got a Demon Prince. He's got wings. He is the Warlord as well. So he takes the Suppurating Plate because I think it's fantastic if you throw him into a big horde of boys. Because any successful save he makes. So if you get a whole bunch of attacks, do a whole bunch of 2-up saves, and then you've got a 4-up Revoltingly Resilient with his Warlord trait, which is the Revoltingly Resilient one. Don't get it against mortal wounds, however. But imagine, 20-odd wounds go through, but no negative, 2-up saves, and then you get to every successful one, roll 4-ups, that's a mortal wound back.
That's pretty powerful.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So, and I think at Arc, there's going to be a few of those lists as well. I think there's going to be a few Horde things.
Well, with the player pack, the way it's designed, it seems like a Horde army is most likely a lot of armies are going to be at least 61 models, I reckon.
Yeah, I can feel that coming. Then his other power that he'll take, obviously, other than Smite, is Curse of the Leper as well. So that's one where you roll 7 dice, compare it to the target's toughness value, and then it just does a mortal wound if it's successful. So it's got to be over the toughness value. So yet again, it's good for taking out hordes. Probably a little bit better than Smite, maybe. It's just whichever one you want to cast first or throw out, it could be good. So I'm just playing with that one at the moment. I might change it out for something else. I don't know at this stage, but we'll see. Next in the troops, so I've taken 4 troops choices. I've got Plague Marines, so I've got the champion with the Power Fist and Plasma Gun as well. Because that's what the model comes with from everything. So let's just do it. Let's make it WYSIWYG. Then I've got another Plasma Gun in there and the Blight Launcher. So there's 7 Marines in there, a little bit themey on that half. They're really good, really resilient. I've got then 2 squads of Poxwalkers, 19 and 18 Poxwalkers. I wanted to go the 14, but I needed the extra numbers in there. Needed to fill out the points, needed to take the extra troops. I needed the durability, so I couldn't really go theming with it.
Got to go the Horde.
Yep, got to go the Horde. And then I've also got for my 4th troops, I've got the Cultists. So there's just 10 Cultists there, my backfield screening. Nice and cheap. Depending on the mission as well, if no one's going to be dropping anything in the backfield, they just walk up with the Poxwalkers to eventually replenish them through the Dead Walk Again stratagem. So that's essentially what they're there for, just to rebuff those Poxwalkers if need be and walk forward. Now, what essentially happens with this lot as well is that Typhus and I also got the Foul Blightspawn and Plague Surgeon as well. So basically what all these guys do is they walk together in a nice big group up the middle of the battlefield, spread out as they need to. On one unit, I'll cast Miasma of Pestilence. The other, I'll cast Putrescent Vitality, just so that way it's hard to hurt the Poxwalkers. Or I'll really focus on just buffing up one of them, leave one of them free, let you shoot it, leave one left alive, and then play the Cloud of Fire stratagem next turn. That way you can't target them, to try and bring them back up through Dead Walk Again as well. So it's just about keeping the army alive and that sort of aspect. Then basically, I'll also have the Foul Blightspawn just hiding in there and be ready to come out and use his Plague Spear, which is super cool and it's been super effective every single game. I can't believe I didn't take him until now, so god damn it.
It was like he was hiding.
It's like he was hiding. And then I've got the Plague Surge as well, just to re-roll the ones on the Disgusting and Resilient Infantry. So he is key to that.
Gels well with your army, just that Horde.
Yep. That's exactly, because you roll a lot of ones for those Disgusting and Resilience. Except for last night, I apologise to my friend Rich. I remember in our first turn of the game last night, so I was using this list, I think out of the 12 or so Disgustingly Resilient saves I made, I passed 10.
Oh,
so
that's disgusting.
I am so sorry, Rich. I know you'll be watching this later. I am so sorry. Anyway, onto the rest of the list. So I've got a Fettered Bloat Drone, but with a heavy Blight Launcher this time. Then I've also got 2 Plague Burst Crawlers with the Entropy Cannons, the Plague Mortar, and the Heavy Slugger. So basically, the Demon Prince actually sits back with them, and they form a bit of a unit. So I've basically take the army in 2 tiers, and they just defend the back line. So the Cultists might be with them as well. I'll get the reroll ones then, which is really, really important for this list. Normally I like to run a Chaos Lord with them, just to get that reroll once, but because I've only got the 1 detachment, 1 to 2 HQ, I can only... That's the way I can sort of do it. And that reroll 1 is really valuable when you're only hitting on 4s. And then especially with the D6 shots as well. I tend to roll a lot of 2s and 3s, which is really annoying, but at least I can reroll some things. Or sometimes I'm on fire and just wipe units out there. So there you go. So that's the list. How does it fit in though with the tick box for me? So I tick off every tick box in this, which is great. So I've got the most points spent in troops. I've got 1 total detachment. I've got 0 to 2 units with a monster keyword. So that's the Demon Prince and I think the Fettered Bloat Drone. I think it's just the Demon Prince that has the monster keyword, which is great. 3 to 0 units with the vehicle keyword. So I've got the Fettered Bloat Drone and the 2 Plague Burst Crawlers. No other vehicles in there. And then I've got 0 to 2 units with the fly keyword. So that is the Demon Prince and the Fettered Bloat Drone.
Very nice.
So I managed to max it out that way. So it gets me the full points for that. So that means I get 22 points just for designing my list that way. And the list is really, really strong.
Well, on that basis, then you should win. You're already 5 points ahead of me.
Well, the problem is Dirk is a good player and he tends to kick the crap out of me most times. But not tonight. Not tonight. Actually, our last game was really, really tight, wasn't it?
Very tight.
It just literally came down to turn 6, the very last roll. So that's hopefully the game you'll see tonight. Got some brand new terrain on here. Some other stuff. Got a brand new battle mat. I think I bought it from Frontline Gaming Australia. Really, really nice battle mat. So it should be a really fun game. And this is the sort of quality of tables you'll see at Ark as well. Some really, really nice stuff, especially when you get up to the top tables. They've got some beautiful terrain. So what we'll do is we'll set up the game, then we'll go over the mission because you probably had enough of talking to us. If you've sat through that, thank you so much. I think it's valuable for the guys and girls going to Ark. And let's get into the mission.
Beautiful.
All right, so the armies are deployed. So if we come down, you'll see that we're in the diagonal deployment. Both Dirk and I have forgotten what it's called, so
Possibly Vanguard?
Yeah, I think it's Vanguard. So if we come around to over here, one of the objectives is here. We've got another one just sitting right behind this big old building here. And then we've got the other lot out there. So it's a whole bunch of nurglings waving at each other.
Dirty
so
buggers.
they're my themed objectives for Canacon. So Dirk's going to quickly go over the mission. We'll talk a little bit about our deployment, and then we'll have our roll-off.
Alright, so with this mission, it is not so drawn hammer or draw hammer. It's the diagonal deployment zone, which Leigh already said. There's 3 objectives. Your objective in the center is worth 7, which has to be directly in the center. Then your opponent's is worth 5, and your objective is worth 3. Now these are bonus points, so if you hold 1, I hold 1, that's how many points we get at the end of the game. It's not whoever holds the most gets your win. So there's no losers in this one. And basically, they are using the +1 to roll off instead of doing whoever has the least amount of drops gets first turn, we believe. That might change in the tournament, I'm not sure.
We'll see.
And then secondary, as we already said, is get 4 turns, slay the warlord, first strike, line breaker, precision strike, and line secure. 6 turns. There is also a stratagem for this mission, which is called Take and Hold. At the beginning of your turn, you may move any objective up to 9 inches in any direction. Objectives may not move off the field of play or within 9 of another objective. But pretty cool, especially for someone that's going second. Really cool to hang on to that 3 CP to possibly throw your opponent off and move an objective either to your advantage or disadvantage your opponent. So yeah, really cool stratagem right there. But 3 CP is a lot to sort of try to hang on to, especially going into sort of maybe turn 6. I guess you've got to weigh that up, whether or not it's worth keeping 3 CP or playing something else earlier on, because otherwise you might not be in that position to actually win.
True. So anyway, armies are deployed. As I explained earlier, got the big blob. Got my guys screening out the back, so Dirk won't be able to really drop anything in. So I sort of protect there. He could hit over there, so I've got my other little core just sitting there. As you can see, Dirk's also done 2 lots of castling.
Yep. So I got my Fire Warriors, another Fire Warrior squad, and my characters in the Devilfish. Pretty much all my suits and drones are up here. Just a nice little base protecting my objective. Most of these guys got pretty far range. Then I've also got my other Crisis Suit unit in reserve. So they'll come on. Yeah, Leigh's already caught on to my trick of last time of deploying in his backfield. So we'll see how we go.
Yes, so let's do that super fun roll for first turn. So we'll just roll it nice in here. So here we go. +1. 6.
Oh.
2. There you go. That beautiful 6. Dirk, did you want to try and steal the initiative?
Yeah, this is where I roll a 6.
That's another 2! There we go! We got our little mascot here as well, Chip. Named by my partner, so... Blackstone Fortress model. Absolutely love that. Maybe we'll film a game when I actually film the set, but he'll be sitting here watching over the proceeding, making sure no one's doing any dodgy playing, Dirk. Alright, good luck.
Good game.
We'll see you in movement phase. Alright, so movement phase is complete. Let's go over here. So I moved the Demon Prince up with the bloat drone. So everything's still benefiting from the Demon Prince's 6-inch bubble. Here I've just realigned the cultists a little bit as well, just to do a bit of a buff over the next turn or 2. Obviously can't drop in this turn, but I'm just getting everything sort of aligned and moved, etc. And this unit's just moved up as a big blob. So they rolled a 5, and they also rolled a 5 for their movement. And I just moved move these guys 8 as well. So they rolled a 3 for their advance. They can still move and fire assault weapons without penalty. But everything else is sort of like the negatives or can't fire or whatever. Typhus moved up as well. He has to halve his movement, so I rolled a 4. He could only advance a further 2, so he could only move 6 inches. So there we go. So next comes the psychic phase. So you might as well see this occur. So what I'm going to do is cast the -1 to hit onto this unit here. So need a 6 or more. 5. So I've got to burn a command point. So lose a command point. And then there we go. Goes
On
up.
a 6 I get that command point?
Yeah!
Whoa!
I hate you. And then on this Foxhawk unit, Trust and Vitality, so it's a further 6 as well, so that adds +1 strength and toughness. Goes off on an 11. Fantastic. So that's really. So what this essentially does is doesn't allow Dirk to get an easy shot off on either one of these. Now I could completely buff one of them, but then the other is ripe for the taking. Because most of his weapons are strength 5, he's going to have a difficult time against one of them. Another one's -1, he's going to have a difficult time. So that's why we do that. Then the next thing we'll do is just do classic smite from the Demon Prince onto the Pathfinders, aren't they?
No path. There's stealth suits.
Stealth suits. So here we go. 6 goes off, so D3 mortal wounds. 1. So you get 1 mortal wound against the stealth.
-1 to hit. Where's the -1?
There is none! Alright, and at the end of this turn as well, I'm going to spend a further command point to play the Cloud of Flies stratagem on the Plague Marines. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because you've got First Strike as one of the key factors in the tournament, and it can only occur on the first turn. So the more I can minimise Dirk getting any sort of first turn kills on me is preferable, and it's vice versa for him. So the harder I can make it for him, the better. So that's what I've done. Now we're going to get our stuff ready for the shooting phase. Alright, so shooting phase for the Death Guard. What we're going to do first is fire the first Plague Burst Crawler. So I'm going to split the fire into several different things. So the Heavy Slugger is going to have a go at these guys. Actually, the first thing I'll do before that is I'm just going to shoot the Blight Launcher here. 2 shots, because Dirk will probably take the leads away. 1 hit, because I advanced. No, I can do it without penalty. That's a Death Guard rule. My apologies. So 2 hits. 2's to wound, so that's 2 wounds at -2.
Against this Firewire Squad?
Yep.
So I'm in cover, so -1 effectively, so a 5-up save. 1 dead.
1 dead. Excellent. Okay, and that's that. So, yeah, the Plague Burst Crawler. So the Heavy Slugger is going to shoot at that same squad. The Mortar is going to shoot...
Shield drones?
Yes, there was something screaming in the background there.
That was me, sorry.
The Mortar is going to shoot the shield drones, and then the entropy cannons at the Devilfish. So let's just do the entropy cannons first, because why not?
I don't like it.
4's to hit, so 1 hit. 3's to wound. That's 1 wound, so -4.
I'm in cover, but which one is it shooting from?
The one straight ahead.
Am I 50% obscure?
Probably not.
No.
So here we go. D6 damage. The big 6. Ooh. All right, the mortar. How many shots? So D6 shots with the mortar. 1. You know what? I'm just going to have to live with it. So 4's to hit. Hits. 2's to wound. Wounds against shield drone. -2, but
4 up in gun.
Passes. And then 4 heavy slugger shots. So 4's to hit. I'll reroll the cocked one. All hit. 3's to wound. 2 wounds. -1, so no negative essentially.
So 4 up saves.
Oh, double ones.
Double ones.
Alright, so that's a further 2 dead. Now, the next Plague Burst Crawler is going to do the exact same thing. So, 2 entropy cannons first, needing 4's to hit. Get to reroll 1s, because the Demon Prince still misses. Wounds, -4. Now, this one's shooting from here, so it's probably obscured, so you get a 6-up save.
Come on!
Do not roll it. It's a 1. Thank you. D6 damage. 1. This is where you spend a CP. I'm already down to 4 CP. I've really burned through. 3. So that's got it wounded pretty significantly. It's helping me make a few decisions. Now the Heavy Slugger into the Tau Fire Warriors. Get to reroll 1s. Still miss. And then 3s. 1 wound.
Good.
That's all good. Alright, so that's the 2 Plague Burst Crawlers shot. Now I've got the Blood Drone. So he's got D6 shots now. How many wounds has that got left?
I believe he's got 3, but I'm pretty sure he's got 12.
3. Okay, so let's operate off that. So, I could decide to shoot the shield drones, but I don't think that is beneficial because I don't like that. Because this cannon can do D3 damage. So as long as 1 gets through onto this guy, I could do something. So D6 shots. 3. Needing 4s to hit. Get to reroll 1s. That's 2 hits. Now strength 6, toughness 7. So that's 5s, but I get to reroll any 1s. So get to reroll the 1. plague weapon. 1 wound, -2.
So which one's this coming from? The back. Oh, sorry.
Yep.
So no cover. So we've got a 3-up save, -2. You said
5.
So 5 up.
Oh, there we go. So that's all my shooting done. So in effect, Dirk has denied me first strike. Hopefully, I've done it for him. But in regards to the tournament, that's a very precious point to not get. So that's part and parcel of what it is.
You could charge. Yeah, you can still get first strike and charge.
Oh, I was gonna think about that, but I just don't know how it's going to operate. So, but that's the shooting phase done. That's everything of mine shot. Yeah, let's think about the combat phase next. All right, so Dirk and I had a bit of a chat, and guys, feel free to let us know in the comments below if we played this correctly or incorrectly. We just had a look at the FAQ and also the rule book. To make a charge, you just have to end up within an inch, but you still measure base to base. So we're guessing part of the model inch to inch. That's what we're sort of interpreting it as.
Yeah.
If you can point out anywhere different, let us know, because that's a really interesting one, especially because these guys both have the fly keyword as well. So I'll just roll the charge distances. So I measured 6 for both models. So we'll do the bloat drone first. Fails. And then the Demon Prince. He also fails. How many wounds there in total? They're 2 wounds apiece.
So one's taken 1 wound, so
Yep.
there's 7 wounds, I guess.
I'm going to bust another CP, so I'm down to 3 only to re-roll this 1. Okay, there we go. 8 inches, I'm in.
Oh.
So,
I'll do Overwatch. Now, I was going to do Overwatch whoever was charging first, because I thought
Which
they
was
would
the
make the
drones?
charge, so I'll get to
Yep.
fire this twice.
Yep.
So they're hitting on 5s because of the towel. Sept.
a lot of hits. Dirk hits better, I think, half the time in Overwatch than actual shooting.
And he's toughness 6, so winning on 5s. Just 1 at -1.
Yep,
1
so
damage.
that's a 3-up save, separating plate.
No, this is on your other dude.
Oh, other dude. So, sorry, yeah. So that's fails, and then disgustingly resilient fails. So takes a
Second
wound.
wound. Then on your Demon Prince. And he's also toughness 6.
Yeah. The other one was toughness 7, would still be 5. So
No wounds on him.
nothing. Excellent. So he is in, and we can pretty much just go straight into the fight phase. So he has 4 attacks based, then +3 for the Malefic Talons. So
-1 to hit.
-1 to hit. So 3s to hit, re-rolling any 1s.
2s.
So there's quite a few 2s, quite a few 1s.
2s.
Yeah. Lots. This is when Leigh's rolling goes bad. And 3s. Oh, look at that.
Whoa.
What's the toughness?
4.
4. So nothing. Absolutely nothing. There you go.
Now,
How about that for some bad rolling?
do I have to fight back because of your rule if...
I believe you do have to fight back, yes.
This is bullshit.
So separating plate, as we remember, so any successful save I make in close combat on a 4-up, Dirk suffers a mortal wound in return. So lots of wounds, lots of hits, lots of wounds.
The sergeant is the green dice. The grey are -1 to your save. Hitting on 5s. 1, 2. And wounding on 5s. 1, 2.
wounds.
-1 to your save, so a 3-up.
So 2 3-ups. Pass 1, fail 1. So revoltingly resilient on a
Sorry.
4-up. Fails that as well. and then on a 4-up, you take a mortal wound, which is a yes.
Hey, guy.
So there we go. We both lost someone in combat. There we go. So that's pretty much the end of my turn. So it's a bit of a lackluster first turn. We did manage to do a little bit of damage on the Devilfish. We did manage a little bit of damage on the squad there. We killed like what, 2 guys?
3.
3 guys. So that's not too bad. And we killed a Pathfinder. Or stealth suit. Sorry.
Stealth
So.
suit, yep.
Not the greatest of first turns. Hopefully we can withstand what Dirk throws back at us. He's got a lot of firepower. I've taken some wounds in Overwatch. He'll obviously move the stealth suits back. It's going to be an interesting one, so we'll see how we go. But as we said as well, let us know in the comments if we played that correctly or incorrectly. We couldn't find it at this stage, so let us know.
No, we played it correctly.
Okay, played it correctly. Alright, we're going to go on to the town's turn.
my movement phase, not much to write home about. Just got the 10 Fire Warriors out of the Devilfish, 2 characters, Fireblade up here and Darkstrider and the massive infantry I've got down here. Devilfish is on its lowest level, so it's just moved a lazy 3 inches, but I advanced at 5. Gun drones jumped out as well. Just going to use them to sort of maybe shield some shots, and the stealth suits jumped out of combat, looking to put some revenge on their fallen comrade. And we'll go into my shooting phase. Alright, so with my shooting phase, now Leigh was polite enough to leave his character a little bit exposed, so my battle suits can shoot at him, so I'm going to do my 4 marker drones. So I've got +1 to hit because of the drone controller on the broadside, so they're hitting on 4s. The first one hits, and then these get to hit on 4s, rerolling 1s. So 2 hits. And
You use that uplink piece of crap with the D3.
it's a bit risky, but I'm a gambling man, so D3. No, so 3. And I've spent 1 command point. We're still in the first turn, so I can't get a command point because I was already got 1 back. And so I've got 2 hits on him.
So that's 3 mark lights.
Sorry, 3 mark lights.
Yep.
Thank you. Oh, that's
See,
the fair play right there.
That's the sporting behaviour that Ark wants.
So I'll start by shooting my broadsides. So they've got 4 rail, and I'll check. I think smart missiles should be at range as well. Yep. I'll do the rail. So they will be hitting now. Actually, I have to do these 2 at a time. So the first guy, he will be hitting on 3s because he's got velocity tracker and rerolling 1s. Thank you. Both hit. Now he's toughness 6, so he will be wounding on 3s. And that is a mortal wound, as well as -4. So 2 -4 on you.
Yep. So 2 -4 plus a mortal wound in addition.
Yes.
Alright, so 2 5-up involves. Fail. So I get 2 disgusting resilience, then revoltingly.
These are D6 damage.
Oh! Okay, go for it. What's that? 8. So 8 revoltingly.
9, 8, and then your 1 that's you only get a normal.
Yes. So these ones are 4-ups, and I fail most. So he's got what's that? 1 wound left now, and then fail that. So that's I just took 8 wounds then, so he's dead.
First strike and warlord.
Yep.
My other broadside was aiming into him, so I can't shoot him, and I can't use the smart missiles. That's changed things. I didn't expect that good a roll to start with, so I might come back, have a bit of a think and come back.
That really hurt.
Alright, after that success, I will fire my Darkstrider into the Poxwalker that it's not -1, so they're actually the plus toughness.
So they're toughness 5 at the moment, because Typhus gives them +1 strength toughness, and then Patrician and Vitality another +1 strength toughness. So they're strength and toughness 5.
Alright, so this is hitting on a 3+. That's a hit. So that's 1 marker light on them. And then I'll do 1 other marker light from my Fireblade into this dude. That also hits. That's just a 1. Then I'll fire my stealth suits that jumped out of combat into this guy here. So I'll be hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. The orange is the fusion, so that will be wounding on a 3. These will be wounding on 5s. That's the most important one, so that's a -4.
5-up involved. Oh, not passing any 5-ups.
He's not in double range, so it's just D6 damage. That's a 1. I will spend a command point on that.
Rolls another 1. Close enough. 2 disgustingly resilient. Pass 1, fail 1.
Keeping it going, I'll do my crisis suits back here. Right. 12 shots. Rolling into this dude. So hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s.
That's a
2s and 3s.
I'd say more 4s and 5s than 2s and 3s.
Yes, Dirk does this a lot.
He's toughness 7 or 6?
Yes, 7.
So winning on 4s. And these are -2 and D3 damage.
-2, D3 damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lucky green dice. Come on. So I pass 1. So how many damage each?
D3.
D3. So
that's
6, 7.
7.
5 ups. Didn't pass a single one, so I've got 1 wound left. So I'll just put that as a marker for 1 now. Not having much luck. What else you got, Dirk?
So battle suits are all fired. He can't fire. They've fired. So it's my lovely fire warriors left. They will shoot pretty much everything, but I'll have to do them 1 squad at a time. So Darkstrider will give one of my 12-man squads +1 to wound against them. So 4.
What we'll do is we'll probably come back to this because it's going to be a lot of rolling of the same stuff over and over. So we'll come back to this just to speed it up.
So I fired 2 squads of 12 into these guys. Not much effect, only killed 3. Now I'm going to fire, to try to get this guy off the board because he's just annoying, I'm going to fire 9 shots with the Fire Warriors. Now I'm electing the Warlord trait, everybody within 6. A unit that I target that my Warlord can see is an extra rend. So I'll be hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. And I will be wounding on 5s, but 6s are -1. Just 1 wound.
Here we go.
No neg.
3 up. Do I want to CP that? Yeah, let's CP it because that means just more firing you have to do. Hey,
Okay.
he's still alive.
And then another 10 shots into him.
This is the last
4,
one.
yeah, this is the last of my shooting.
Yes, good.
And so same thing, so 5, 6s are good. So 1 6, so 1's a 4 up and 1's a 3 up.
Okay, so the 4 up first fails, and then the 3 up passes. Then 5 up, disgustingly resilient. Oh, no, he goes. So on a 4 up, he detonates. No. So he's gone as well. Rough.
And that will be the end of my turn.
There you go. So
So
you
yeah,
got,
pretty successful.
yeah, so you got first strike and Warlord.
Yep.
So you're on 2 points already. That's
3
pretty
points.
rough. 3 points.
Warlord's worth 2.
That's terrible. All right, let's see what the Death Guard can do in turn. Dos. All right, so end of that movement phase. Kept the Plague Burst Crawlers where they are. Kept the Cultists where they are. Moved everything else up. Advanced up the Poxwalkers and everything else. So I'm still sitting in that tight bubble. Busted 1 CP to play Cloud of Flies on these guys here, so they can't be targeted, which is very, very handy. So next up, Psychic Phase. So I'm going to cast the Miasma Pestilence onto these guys, so a -1 to hit. Really need it to go off. Needs a 6 to go off. I'm 99% sure. The Miasma Pestilence. Let's double check that. This is really painful at the moment. Yep, it's a 6. So I really need that to go off. So I'm gonna spend my very last command point to re-roll the 1. And any bets he rolls another 1. Yes, he does. So no -1. And then Putrescent Vitality, +1 Strength and Toughness. There you go. So they're +1 Strength and Toughness. But they are right up there ready to be shot. So the one thing I needed to go off didn't happen. Does Dirk get the command point? Of course he will. No, he didn't. Ha! Take that. Alright, so I'm just going to have a think about the shooting phase now, and we'll get straight back into it. Alright, so we're going to shoot with the Plague Burst Crawlers first. So the very rear one, the Mortar is going to try and take out the Shield Drones. The Entropy Cannons are going to shoot these guys, and the Slugger is going to shoot the squad up front. So we'll do the Slugger first. 4s to hit, no rerolls of 1 anymore. So 2 hits, 3s. So that's 2 wounds, -1, but you're in cover, so good to go.
On these Fire Warriors?
Yep.
So 4.
4 ups. Hey, that's 2. Now the Mortar into the Shield Drones. How many shots? 1. 4s. misses. Then the 2 entropy cannons into the broadsides, 4s to hit, nothing. So good shooting mortars. So next will be the other Plague Burst Crawler, and he is going to do... I think he'll do just the exact same thing. So let's just mix it up. Do the entropy cannons. No, do the mortars first against the shield drones. 2 shots. 1 hit. And 1 wound. And he bets he saves.
4 up in button?
Yes, he does. 2 entropies. 1 hit, 1 miss. 3s to wounds.
This is on the broadside, isn't it?
Yep.
So I will try to take it on a shield drone, so 2 up. Yep. And then a 5 up, feel no pain. 1 dead.
Yeah. And then the slugger into the fire warriors. That's 4 hits. 3s to wound. And that's 3 wounds.
1 dead.
1 dead.
And you killed 2 before, so 3 dead.
3 dead. There you go. So next up, these guys all up here. So 24 inches for the plague marines. So I'll do the so it's going to target these guys. That's all they can really see. So the brown squad.
With the new Volta rules and them being able to advance and shoot, does that give them any
No,
benefits?
they need to stay still. So essentially, instead of getting a 12-inch benefit on it, they just get a 6-inch benefit. So do the blight launcher first. So 2 hits, 2s to wound. So 2 wounds at -2 so far.
-1 because of cover. 2 dead.
2 dead. Yeah. Then
That
I've
was
got,
still on the same squad.
Yeah, I've got no, this squad here because I can't target the other one. 4 bolter shots. That's 2 hits and then 3s to wound. That's another 2 wounds, but no negative.
So a 3 up save.
Kill another one. Yeah. Gotta kill these guys. And then 2 plasma guns. Not overcharging, obviously. 1 hit and 1 wound. -2, I believe. It's not overcharged.
No, it's -3 still.
-3.
So I'm in cover, so I got a 3 up, so a 6 up save. Nope.
Yeah. Whittle them down. Alright, so that is essentially the Death Guard turn. So I don't really have much. I can't charge anything at the moment. But yeah, I think it's going to be a bit rough because I didn't get my powers off. Dirk will most likely kill the majority of this unit here. I don't have any points to play Dead Walk against Stratton because a lot of my CP just went and did nothing this game. But that's a thing for me to learn going forward. So, turn 2, Dirk.
Do you want me to roll?
Oh yes, your
Morale?
morale.
So the Fire Warrior squad that lost 4. Got a leadership. Now on a 6, they auto pass because of bonding knife.
Yep.
So that was good. On the squad that lost 3, they've got leadership 7, so they're fine. Yep. And then on the drones, on a 6, I'll lose 1. No, all good.
Very good. Good rolling.
Movement wise, I've just advanced my Devilfish. He's only got 3 wounds left, so he'll probably try to make a charge and lock him up if he doesn't die in shooting. Then just move my gun drones just to maybe get a couple of shots off. Everything else has stood still because, actually the stealth suit's in the corner over here. Just moved up to try to get some double tap fusion blaster into the disgusting tank there. And yeah, I'm going to let loose with a whole lot of Fire Warriors.
Did you want to drop your other unit in, or are you waiting?
I had forgotten about them, so yes, I will drop them in. Thank you.
We'll come back to that later. I'm just skulking in the corner, being sour.
Alright. Going to start with my Fireblade. He's going to fire his Marker Light into the tank over here. So hitting on a 2. He gets. 1 Marker Light there. And then I'm going to do Dark Strider into the Blob. Also hits. Then I'm going to do 4 Marker Lights from my trusty marker drones. I'm going to do 2 into this one. So hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. Rerolling the 1s. So 3 hits. And then the other 2 are going into this one. Any on 4s? Rolling the 1s. Right, 2. I'm going to spend another command point to try to get it up to 5. So I need a 5 or 6. Yep. Up to 5 now. So I've got all the benefits on that one. And now I'll start by firing my 4 shots with my broadsides into him. And the smart missiles.
This is going to hurt, so there's going to be a lot of firepower coming at this army right now.
Smart missiles will all fire into these guys. So I'm hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s, I should say, sorry. And I'm winning on 4s because toughness 8. So just 1 at -4.
5 up. Save. Ooh, how many wounds?
D6.
1. CP that, or?
I've already used my CP already, unfortunately.
Here we go. So 5 up, disgustingly resilient. Passes.
But
Very
speaking of using my command point on a 6. No.
Yes! I had some success! Take that, Dirk.
And smart missile, so I've got 8 shots.
These are the things that always seem to strip me as well, the smart missiles. It's just those pesky little shots. Here we go.
4s, rerolling 1s.
Yes.
And winning on 3s. Oh no, they're the they've got toughness 5 now,
Yes,
don't they?
they
So
do.
4s.
Handy. That's 2. That's
Is
3 there.
there a third one? Yep.
3, yep. So that's 2 wounds. 5 ups. Both fail. So let's just take 1, 2. Green-eyed boys. My poxwalkers, I tell them apart with green eyes and red eyes because not much you can really do to make them look a bit different. Alright, what's next?
Then I'll do my crisis suits. They will fire into him.
They're 36, yep.
Yep. So hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. And winning on 5s.
Yep. Nice low roll. 3 at least.
3, is there one under here?
It's 1.
1. So 3 minus 2.
So that's 5 ups. So pass 1, fail 2, they're D3.
Yep.
So that's
4.
3.
3, sorry.
5 ups. Now that's lose 3 wounds. There we go. What do we got next?
I will do...
Right. This is
I'll
gonna
do the stealth suits into these guys.
Yep.
Into him. So hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. I'll hit. And 5s on the grey, 4 on the green. So just 1 at -1.
1 at -1. And
1 damage.
Takes another. Not happy. Alright, what do we got next?
I will do... I'll overcharge my weapons for my ion, for the crisis suits. So I've got 9 shots.
Now, what does this do, Dirk?
9 shots at 18-inch range. So normally it's still 18-inch range. Strength 7 -1. But they've got ATS, which makes it -2.
Yep.
And it's damage 1, 3 shots with the basic, not overcharged. And then the overcharged is strength 8, but does D3 damage. But on a roll of a 1, I take 1 mortal wound. Now, because I'm targeting the tank, it's +1, so I can't roll a 1 technically, so I can't hurt myself. So that's why I'm just going to roll them all together.
Yep.
And then the burst cannons, I will also shoot into them as well.
Alright. This is going to be tough.
So these are the iron weapons. So hitting on 3s, rerolling the 1s. They're strength 8, so winning on 4s. And they will be at -2. So you've got 5 there.
Watch me make all these. Watch this. Oh no, I only made 2.
So 3. 3d3.
So that's 1, 2,
5 damage.
5 damage. Now watch me make all these. Oh, and only
bad.
two. Only two, so it takes another 3. So he's taken 7 wounds, unfortunately, which is not good at all.
So then I've got 12 burst cannon shots.
Okay, go for it.
Hitting on 3s, rerolling the 1s.
These are strength.
Strength 5, so winning on 5s. 1 at -1.
Oof. Hey, there we go. That's on the 5. All right, Fire Warriors next.
Then it's all fire warriors.
All right, well, we'll come back because that's going to be a heck of a lot of shots because that's going to be 4 units, all double tapping. That's 3 shots each. That's something in the range of like 70 or 80 shots ish. Ugh. But we'll see what happens. Come back at the end of it.
Alright. Summing up the fire warriors. So I had to use 2 squads of 12, which was 36 shots each, so 72, to wipe out that Poxwalker unit. Actually, and then I added another 9 guys, so another 27 shots going in there as well.
And it literally just killed them.
Yeah, so 99 shots it took to kill that squad. Then the other guys fired into these guys and killed 5. So they may or may not come back to life. Now, that was the end of my shooting phase. Now, I'm not overly confident with close combat, but I'm going to let the dice guards decide. So on a 4+, I will charge. On a 1, 2, 3, I won't. So on this crisis unit...
Is he going to charge?
Nope.
I love this.
Yes.
He's going to do it.
And the stealth suits into that one on a 4-up.
That
is... Alright, they're
So
going
the
to do
dice gods have decided.
So
let's
we're
see
going
if they make
into
it
the
in.
charge phase for Tau.
Alright, charging with the Devilfish. So I need an 8. That is a 6. It is a failed charge. Your Overwatch.
Yep, so I'll just do the 2 entropy cannons. No hits. And then the heavy sluggers. Nothing.
Seeing it 3, I've got enough CP. I will try to re-roll it.
No.
Yeah! On a 6+, I get it back. No. The stealth suits, they need an 8 as well. No, they don't need it.
Heavy
Overwatch.
slugger. Here we go. Heavy slugger hits once. It does wound. -1.
So a 4-up.
Good. Yep. And then the 2 entropy cannons. Double 6. No, but there is 1 6. 2s to wound. That's a wound. -4.
I'm going to go for a gamble on my 4-up shield drone. Shield.
God.
Well, that ends my Tau turn. So, fairly effective.
Yep.
Wiped out the Poxwater unit. Took him down a peg. And, yeah, so we'll see what happens.
A lot to happen in Death Guard turn 3. I am majorly on the back foot, but we'll see what happens. Alright, so everything is moved up. I've had the cultists just sort of move up because they're going to do a little bit of rapida fire. They might ping a wound off them, but we'll see. I've left the Plague Burst Crawlers specifically where they are for a purpose. Look, it's not the greatest thing to do, but I've got to try and maximise my hits, but we'll see how we go. Everything has moved up as a blob here because we need to start whittling down some Fire Warriors. So Fire Warriors are just a pain in my Russell Coit, but they are what they are. So Psychic Phase, I really need to keep these Poxwalkers alive. I am going to spend the 1 CP to play the Dead Walk Again stratagem. I did have 1 CP left, so that means anything that dies within 7 inches of them comes back to them. So that's in my turn and then also in Dirk's turn. So it's a big thing to have happen, but we'll see. I might get a few back when Plague Marines die, but yeah, we don't know. So Psychic Phase. So I'm going to cast Putrescent Vitality for the +1 Strength Toughness. Goes off on an 8. And then for the -1 to hit on the Poxwalkers. Double 6 perils. How many mortal wounds does it do? It does 3 mortal wounds to Typhus. Very good. It's one of those games. Then my Disgustingly Resilient. I pass. Let me reroll the cock dice. So I pass 2. He loses a wound. He's got 5 wounds left. So
Is denial before or after?
to deny, you do it after I roll. So you won't be able to deny the perils, but you can deny the Putrescent Vitality if you want.
Oh, that's sorry, I'm Tau. I can't deny.
Yeah, good old Tau. Alright, so that's the psychic phase. Look, let's just roll straight into the shooting. So, the Plague Burst Crawler here, he is going to shoot his heavy sluggers into...
Stealth suits.
Yep. I'm just thinking if I should, but yeah, he's going to shoot them into the stealth suits, entropy cannons into the crisis suits, and the mortar is going to target the brown or blue-ish unit here. So I'll do the mortar first. How many shots? 3. I need 4s to hit. I hit no times at all, so I thought that was going to happen. Heavy slugger into the stealth suits, so -1 to hit, so I need 5s to hit. There you go, I hit 3 times. And I wound once, because your toughness is 4?
Yep.
Yep, so 1 wound, -1.
So I will do my 4-up save. Nope.
Takes a wound. Alright, so next, heavy slugger into these guys, mortar into these guys, and the entropy cannons into the crisis suits. So here we go, heavy slugger into the fire warriors. I need 5s to hit. Hit once.
Did you do your infinity cannons on the other crisis suits before?
On the crisis, no, I didn't. I'll fire them in a second. 1 wound against them, -1. Still alive.
No, -1.
Yeah. So you're in cover.
You're in cover.
So
Sorry,
there you go. Yeah, the 2 entropy cannons into the crisis. I forgot that from the other one. Yes, 1 hit because that was the full strength one, and 1 wound. Oh, they're toughness 5.
Yep.
It's gonna be one of those turns, guys. It's gonna be one of those turns. Okay, mortar into that same unit. I get 5 shots. I need 5s to hit though. No hits, so eeps. And then
Crisis suits again.
yep, crisis suits. So first entropy cannon misses, second entropy cannon misses. So Plague Burst Crawlers, they did nothing. Very good. I've got 18 auto gun shots. So that's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Needing 4s to hit. It's not too bad considering. And 5s to wound. If this kills crisis suit, oh boy. 2 wounds.
It's not going to kill a crisis suit.
No.
Cool. 1 wound.
1 wound. Yay. Alright. Next, we're going to rapid fire against the brown unit. How many are left in the brown unit, Dirk?
Brown unit.
Yes. So this is the Plague Marines shooting now.
Brown unit's lost 4, so there is 6 left.
6 left. So let's start to knock them down a peg. So rapid firing 8 bolter shots. Miss with the majority, as you do.
Typhus doesn't give a reroll
Nope.
1.
He's a Lord of Contagion. So 3s to wound. So 2 wounds from bolters.
3-up save. Good.
3 up. Oh yeah, they do 3 up. And then plasma shots. Not overcharging, so I hit with 3. 2s. So that's 3 wounds.
2 wounds.
3.
3 wounds. So in cover, so 6s.
That's 3 dead. And then the Bile Launcher or Blight Launcher, double 1s. So we're having a very good turn of shooting, team. Very good. That is literally all the shooting I can do. So what I am now... I 100% forgot to move this guy. Do you mind if I move him? I was trying to decide what I was going to do with him.
Because it's all about sports, I will
Good man.
not allow it.
Jokes. So I was thinking about moving up to kill these guys because
That's it.
I need to get rid of them. So I'll just take him against...
A big 12.
Yeah, the big 12. One of the 12 units. Just, yeah, let me know. So I get D6 shots. 2 shots. Fantastic. And 2d6 strength. Strength 7. 2s, rerolling 1s. So it gets reroll 1s. So that's...
And it's also minus 3.
Yep.
So 6 ups.
This is where you roll double 6.
No.
Kills 2, so there's 10 left in that unit. Fantastico. Okay, so that is all of the shooting. So I'm going to do charges now. Now, with your supporting fire, it is you only get to do it once, correct? Okay. So I'm going to have the Poxwalkers charge everything because you're going to Overwatch with everything, correct? So Poxwalkers are going to charge. Now you need 5s to hit on.
I'm going to have a lot of Overwatch.
Yes, I'm negative. Well, the -1 doesn't count. So, but still 5s to hit. No rerolls on anything.
Might be able to get reroll ones with Marker Light.
No, you're not. He's not going to do it. So we'll come back at the end of Dirk's. So I only lost 3 to Overwatch with that mass amount of fire. So it was something like about 70 odd shots, which is really, really good. But now I've actually got to try and make the charges. I got no re-rolls. I need to roll at least a 6, I believe, to get in with the Poxwalkers first. So Poxwalkers, Typhus, Foul Blightspawn, a whole bunch is just declared charges on everything, so I can just measure everything. So Poxwalkers first. Let's see how we go. 7 inches. That's exactly what I needed, I believe. So 7 inches gets me, yeah, in base to base. Just. So there we go. So they make it in. I was just 7 inches out, hence why I couldn't do the dead walk again. So they are all in around here. So I've got to leave a bit of a corridor for Typhus to also try and get through as well, which is the big thing. Next will be the Foul Blightspawn. Does he make it in anywhere? With 3 inches, I doubt it. And then Old Typhoid, does he make it in? Give me something massive. 6 inches, no he does not. So there we go. So none of them make it. I might as well just try with the Plague Surgeon. Might roll double 6 or something. 7 inches, he'll be nothing. At least the Poxwalkers have made it in. They'll be able to consolidate into a bunch of squads. And then we'll just sort of see how we go from there. They might get some numbers back. Probably not. They'll probably miss with everything, but we'll see how we go. So Poxwalkers, let's do it. Alright, so the Poxwalkers are piled in. There's going to be a lot of attacks coming, so I've lost 7 from the unit out of a unit of 18, so that means 22 attacks. I've got 11 left, so I can do 4s or more to hit, so I'm going to count that one.
He's not dead.
He's not dead, he just got drunk or hit by something. So I need 4s to hit against, so there's 2 different units I've split the attacks up against. So I'm going to do the grey base unit first, so 4s to hit. I miss with a good majority. There we go. That's very good rolling.
That sums up your turn, or your game.
Yes, yes, it does. And then I'm only strength 4 because I'm actually. Hold on, let me see how far away I am from Typhus. I might be 7 inches away. No, too far out. So 3's to wound. That's 2 wounds. No negative.
4 ups. Good.
Pass both. So this is not good for me at all. So against the other unit,
Better.
I hit 4 times. My rolling has been not good at all this game. 3s, so I should get at least 1. There you go, 3. Hey, that's 3 dead. So I get another 3 back into the unit.
Can they attack?
I don't believe so. So that will just go. Yeah, just in case some shooting, at least 1 will live without you seeing it. And there we go. So they have to go furthest away. Alright. Pathetic, but at least we've done it. Now, Dirk, your attack's back. Alright, so to wrap up the turn, killed 3 Fire Warriors out of 22 attacks. Very good. And Dirk, out of almost a similar amount of attacks, killed 1 Poxwalker. So that was a bit of a spud combat, but because of your ability, you've actually got the fly keyword, so you'll be able to jump out and just shoot me, no issue. So that's it's going to be another painful round of shooting. I'm not going to be as... I'm still buffed up with a -1 to hit and +1 strength toughness, but it's still not nice. So yeah, Dirk's going to hurt me in his turn 3. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. So wish me luck if I can somehow survive.
Summing up movement. Fire Warriors all just evacuated. Thanks to Dark Strider, they can all still shoot. And Stealth Suits moved up a little bit to possibly fusion, double tap, or charge. Crisis Suits jumped over, looking to sort of hold that back objective and hopefully clear out the cultist.
and shoot into the tanks. And my Devilfish is slowly but surely coming in to charge. And everything else stood still. So the suit's just hanging back, ready to fire support. Going to shoot my face. Alright, I'm going to start by firing characters' marker lights. I'll do Dark Strider at the back into these guys. Hitting on a 3. I will play the stratagem of D3. So it's boosted up to 3. And on a 6 I get that command point back. Nope. Yes. Down to 6.
Oh.
And then I'll fire Fireblade into the tank here. So a 3. That hits. And then I got 4 marker lights from my marker drones up here. I will fire... I need 2 more to get +1 to hit against them, so I'll do 3. Actually, I'll do all 4. Hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. Ooh. Only got 4 hits.
Handy.
I'm going to spend a command point to reroll one of those.
Wait.
Yeah. Oh,
It could be cocked, yeah. Yeah, he makes it.
5. And then on a 6 I get that command point back. Down to 5. Now I am going to be doing a whole lot of Fire Warrior shots, so I guess we'll be doing this off camera.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of... I can only kill, what, 3 Fire Warriors? I was hoping to kill at least like 5 or 6 from each, but, you know, what happens. Alright, do it. Do it.
Alright, so the Fire Warriors were able to wipe out the Poxwalkers after using a couple of squads, and then I've used the rest of the Fire Warriors and these gun drones, take off a couple of wounds off this gentleman here. So now I'm going to, now that characters are exposed, I'm going to use my crisis suits here to fire into Typhus. So I've got 12 shots hitting on 4s.
Okay.
It's okay, it's okay. And he's toughness 5, so winning on
6.
toughness 6, winning on 3s.
It might be toughness 5, we'll say. What's the strength of the guns?
7.
So it'll be 3s regardless. So.
Yeah. 4 wounds minus 2.
Minus 2, so he's got a 2 up, 3 up, 4 up regardless. So 4 up saves. I pass 3 of them.
Yep.
1 goes through, then it's D3 wounds, I believe.
Does 2 damage.
2 damage, 2 5 ups. Pass 1, fails 1, gets a reroll because of the Plague Surgeon. He's all good.
No, I don't like it.
I love it.
And then I'll fire my broadsides here. So the 4 rail rifles into the tank.
He'll miss all these. Watch
So
this.
hitting on 4s, not very, get to reroll 1s, but there's no 1s there. Winning on 4s, 1 wound, and it's a minus 4.
5 up involved. Come on, pass it. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I needed.
The smart missiles.
Luck is turning around, team. Luck is turning around for the... I was going to say Jakari. That's my normal army I play, but the Death Guard.
Smart missiles will go into this. Hitting on 4s.
So we 3.
And winning on 4s. 1 wound.
21.
No neg.
Oh, he fails. Scuffing resilient. Fails, but I get to re-roll it. 2 1s in a row. Come on, gotta be a 5 or a 6 now. Oh, he's lost another wound. Ooh, he's got 1 wound left. What else you got left to shoot?
I've got the stealth suits over there.
So he's still alive.
He's still alive. Oh. Stealth suits will fire into these guys. So hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s.
Boy.
And 5s for the grey, 4 for the green.
So it's literally just a green, is it? Reroll that one's a bit cocked. It's a bit cocked. Reroll it. There you go,
two wounds at minus 1.
Okay.
And this is a minus
2
4.
wounds at minus 1. 1 gets through. Disgustingly resilient. He's good. And then the 5 up invul. He's good. Ho ho.
What is this?
I'm actually rolling well. It's
4 burst cannon shots from the Devilfish against this guy.
No,
Try to
don't
take off that last wound. So
Never.
hitting on 5s. 1 hit.
Ooh, this could be the one that does it. That's a 3. He lives. He lives.
Right. Last unit to fire will be this crisis suits over here. I will do 4, 8, 12 burst cannon shots
Can't target him.
He's too far away.
You can kill cultists. They are very easy to kill.
Yes, I will shoot into the cultist. So hitting on 4s. Very nice.
Thank you, Dirk. Thank you.
And wounding on 3s. What armor save do they have?
6.
They have no save, so they are dead. So that is 3, 6, 8.
There's 2 left, but they'll probably fail. They're going to auto fail in Thingo, so yeah, they'll just remove them all. Goodbye.
Now, I will overcharge with my ion weapons against this tank.
Yep.
I have to roll these separately because each guy might take a wound, but I do get to reroll 1s. So I'm hitting on 4s. Get to reroll the 1. Don't roll the 1 again. Alright, so that's 2 hits. So one guy has taken a wound.
Yes.
And these are winning on 4s. So 3 at -1.
So 3 4-up saves. Here we go. Ooh, 2 go through. Then how many?
No, -2, sorry.
Oh,
so
minus
3,
2.
3
So
went
3
through.
go through.
D3
each?
D3.
So 1,
5,
3,
6.
6 wounds. This could be bad. We'll see how we go. I've got 7 wounds, so I pass 1, 2, 3. I take 3 wounds. That means I've taken 10 in total, which means I'm still alive.
That is the end of my shooting phase. I will once again try to charge. Devilfish will try to charge into the tank.
You do it. Yes.
Definitely.
But entropy cannons. Here we go. 2 6s. It's a 1 and a 2. Ugh. Heavy slugger. 1 hit. Yeah, that wounds.
-1.
Yep.
4 up save.
You're not supposed to make the save, Dirk. You're supposed to be dead.
So he definitely makes it in. So just locking you up in combat.
Yep.
And I will charge my other stealth suit into that one as well.
Yep, you're
So
in.
6.
2 entropy cannons. Double 6. No. Heavy sluggers. 1 hit. No wounds. Very good. That's a 1. And you are in. You gonna do any charges here?
Seeing you've got a flamethrower.
So yes. That's a
Probably
yes.
not.
That's a bad tactical decision.
You know what? I will. I'll charge this unit into them.
Alright, well, do you make it? Yes.
Definitely.
How many shots do I get first up? 4. What's the strength? 7. 2s to wound, rerolling 1s. So 2 1s. That's essentially 4 dead. He's a madman. What's the reason for this, Dirk? I'm feeling...
I sense shenanigans.
I know. I'm like, what's going on here? You just
Try to lock him up.
Hoping for the lucky kill. Well, we'll see how we go. Alright, so we'll have a quick break and then go into combat.
Alright, summon up. Charged in. And lost... I did actually cause a wound. He did fail it. And
Failed
rolled
the
a...
disgustingly resilient.
Yeah, but he rolled a 1 on the disgustingly resilient and rolled a 6. So he survived. I lost my guy, but I passed morale, so I've locked him up in combat, I hope. Then nothing here. Caused 1 wound on the tank at the back. So, yeah, not a bad turn. Killed those poxwalkers. Got him down to about 1 wound. 2 wounds left. Almost killed him. And, yeah, took off the wound. But I've, put myself in a pretty good position. Oh, and also killed the cultist. So, yeah. Go into your turn.
Yeah, Dirk's not doing too bad. Let's see what I can do. Death Guard turn 4 coming up. Oh, we get the 4 points.
Yay!
At the very least. Alright, so before I do any movement phase, Typhus is a Lord of Contagion. So he's got the Nurgle's Gift aura ability. So any units of mine that are within 7 inches get affected by this, and any enemy units within 1 inch of those, on a 4-up, suffer a mortal wound. So I need him to die. Now, a lot of what I'm about to do hinges on him dying. Let's see if I roll that 4 up. No.
You could technically move him, psychic smite him.
I could, but yeah, so yeah, it's still, you know, painful, but there we go. So let's see what happens end of the movement phase. Okay, so my movement phase, I've just moved the Plague Burst Crawlers. They're just having a bit of a run around at the moment, which is fine by me. I've moved the Plague Marines up into cover here. So they're just going to get the benefit of the cover save. And I've moved everything else up here. So there's a few things I have to have go off in this turn for me to have some sort of success in this game. It's going to be real hard, but we'll sort of see how we go. So, Psychic phase, I need this guy to die from Smite. So here we go. I rolled a 5, so it'll kill him. 5 to take Smite. So he's dead. See, look at that. But dead. Now I'm going to cast the -1 to hit onto these guys here. -6. Goes off on a 7. So they are -1 to hit now. So that is my Psychic phase complete. I'm getting ready now for a very devastating shooting phase. Alright, so not a whole lot of shooting this turn, but I've got a few things to do. So first I'm going to do Typhus's Cloud of Flies, or the Destroyer Hive. So it's 2d6 shots, pistol shots. So I get a total of 4 shots. I never seem to roll higher than a 5 for this. Now it needs 5s to hit. Nothing hits. So that's why I do that. Now, my good friend here is also going to target that same unit with d6 shots. 5 shots. What's the strength? It is strength 11.
Whoa.
So 5 shots, 2s, re-rolling any 1s, so that's 5 at -3. So you got a 3 up save in there, you got 5, 6 up saves. So 4 dead. So that's...
I'd just like to thank you for this beautiful piece of terrain that has saved my Fire Warriors a lot.
I know, it's given them a lot of beautiful, beautiful cover. And I might as well shoot 1 pistol shot into them as well from the Plague Surgeon. He misses. Alright, next is the Plague Marines. So they are going to overcharge their plasma into the crisis suits and shoot the Blight Launcher, and then the bolters are going into the guys outside of cover. So I'll do the bolters first. So there's 4 guys with bolters, so that's going to be 8 shots. 3s to hit, 1 miss, 3s to wound. So that's 6 wounds there, Dirk. So good luck with your last 3 guys. They'd be dead.
They're 2 up saves, aren't they?
They are not 2 up saves. Jesus. Alright, now, I'm going risky here because the plasma's on the champion as well, but I need to have these crisis suits die. Let's see, I'm within 18, so I get my rapid fires on them. So I'll do the champion first, rapid firing. Don't roll any 1s. Double 1. Goodbye. This just sums up my game. The other one, let's see if I get a double 1. I always get, as soon as I roll a double 1, there will always be a follow-up one with the other. So here we go. There you go, there's a follow-up. So, welcome to, this is what happens when I normally play Dirk, but it still ends up as a close game somehow, so I don't know. Blight Launcher hits once, and doesn't even wound, so... That has summed up my shooting this entire game. There you go. Alright, so that is all the shooting done. I might as well do the charges. So, Typhus is going to attempt to charge everyone. So, I'll see if I make it first. Everyone's going to try and attempt to charge everyone. So Typhus is going to go first because he's the tankiest son of a bitch. So I rolled a 4 inches, so that's nothing. So he'll probably die in Overwatch. Then I'll do the Plague Surgeon next. He rolls a what, 3? No, he rolls a 7. That might be... I don't think that's in range of anyone. Oh, he'll be about an inch away from the guy in there. If he survives. And then, Foul Blightspawn, he rolls a... take that away. 4 inch, so he gets nothing either. So, only the Plague Surgeon will get in, if he doesn't die to Overwatch. So we'll come back after Overwatch. Okay, so the Plague Surgeon got in. I copped 1 wound on Typhus, none on him. But my roll to hit was 3 1s. So I'm not making it up when saying I'm rolling bad in this game. Like this is some terrible rolling. But I'm surprised like I haven't been tabled yet. So I don't know how I'm still in. I think it's just the pure resilience of the Death Guard, just through their natural stats. So we'll go into Dirk's turn 4. At least I get 4 points. Oh, you get like
I've got
2 attacks.
morale to take on him. That squad as well. 5 plus 4, so 9. I lose 2 more.
That's all right. That's pretty good. So at least some gentlemen have died. So yeah, this game is not going well at all. But I think it also goes to show, on the positive side, what you can sort of do to push your list and see where it can take you. So I'm still sticking around. I'm still playing the game. We've got another 2 turns to play. I can still pull some points from this game. So we'll see how we go. Should be a bit of fun, but yeah, it's getting a bit rough at this stage. So we'll see how we go. Tower turn 4.
Movement wise, Fire Warriors just jumped out of combat with that gentleman there. Crisis Suits moved a little bit, Stealth Suits moved up, and the Devilfish also moved up, just following their targets. Crisis Suits and Drones moved up. I forgot to move them, just move them up a little bit. And might as well go straight into shooting phase. My Fireblade will shoot into Typhus. That's a hit.
Boo.
Dark Strider will fire into the Surgeon. He also hits. And then the 4 marker drones, I'll do 2 into this guy, 2 into these guys. So hitting on 4s. 4s really 1s. Not that it makes too much of a difference. So just 1. And then 2 into this one. Alright.
What to do?
I'm going to do Fire Warriors first. So I think we'll come back because there'll be a few more shots. Alright. After my opponents graciously told me how to shoot, he suggested that I fire at the Surgeon first to remove the reroll 1s for the Disgustingly Resilient. So I'm going to take that advice on board. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
So I'm going to use the Rail Rifles to fire into him to bypass his armor because he doesn't have an invuln. The Smart Missiles are going to go into him. So I'm firing into this gentleman first.
This could hurt.
So hitting on 4s, 2 hits. He's toughness 5, so winning on 3s. So 1 at -4.
So
No armor.
no armor save.
It does D6 damage for 4.
4. He's got 4 wounds. So I've got 5 up, Disgustingly Resilient. Oh, the luck is
Wow.
coming back finally.
That's what you get for being a gentleman.
I have to take a photo of this to show one of my regular opponents that I can actually sometimes roll a dice in this game. That is fantastic. All right.
The Smart Missiles into him. Hitting on 4s. Wow. Now it's my turn to roll badly.
Yeah. Oh, this could be the turning point where I actually do something.
Wins on a 4, so he's armor save.
So you're against him?
Yep.
Okay. He's still good. He's still
Now,
good.
I did forget that I actually have reroll 1s against him. So,
Yep.
1 more hit and no wound.
Oh, this is looking good.
I will do gun drones into here.
Very good.
So that's actually 2 gun drones. Surprisingly, have 12 shots.
Oh, because that's 6
Actually,
shots apiece.
They've got.
Oh, no.
6. Yeah, 12 shots.
Oh, I thought there was going to be more.
So hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s.
This is against the Plague Surge?
Sorry, hitting on 5s, rerolling 1s.
Who's this against?
Yeah, the Surgeon.
Yep. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. I'll help you clear those out.
Thank you. And 4s. 2. No negs.
Oh, it's got
Actually, sorry.
Neg
On
one.
6s it's neg, but
was
no
nothing.
neg. So
So 2 up save. He's good. Oh, this is going all right, team. This is fingers crossed. What next?
put the pressure back on me now. I will do my crisis suits. Now I've played multi-spectrum sensor suit, which ignores cover to a unit. So I've given that to my crisis unit to try to negate on the characters here that are in cover. Now, Typhus is deadlier, so I'm going to shoot into him. So they're hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s.
One's there, very good. Ooh.
And winning on 3s.
Ooh, here we go. That's that's only 4 wounds.
I'm going to spend my relic roll to reroll a wound.
Which will fail. Ah, damn it.
So I've got 3, 5 there.
So this
minus
is
2.
minus
and
2.
a no cover, so 4 ups.
4 ups. Here we go. Typhus will pass all these. He passes 3.
So
Fails
2 get
2.
through.
Yep.
2 D3 damage.
So
4,
5.
5.
Okay, so Typhus only has 4 wounds left, so we have to do well here. 5 ups. I pass 1,
You
2,
get to reroll the 1.
and I get to reroll the 1 because I think I'm still left alive. So I take a further 3 wounds. So he's got 1 wound left. He's taken 5. He does have the big 6 wounds, old Typhoid. What next?
I'm going to do the 9 fire warriors into the surgeon.
Yep. So that's what, 9...
9
18,
times 3, 27.
27 shots. That is still a lot of shots, but the surgeon is pretty good. Now, will this ignore cover?
It won't ignore cover, but on a 6 will be minus 1.
Okay. So let's make note of that. Reroll 1s.
Depending on 4s, which is really good.
Just 1-1. That is it.
And a lot of hits.
There's a lot of hits.
That's a lot of hits. And
So you
then
get 1 reroll. Which hits? Hey,
So 20 hits out of 27.
Hi. But that's still 4s to wound. But 6s will isolate because they're negative 1s. It's 2, 3 6s. There's 6 over there. And then got a few 5s. There you go. Okay, so let's do the 3.
4, I'm winning on 4s.
Yep. So let's do the neg 1s first. So this is just normal 3 up save. I pass all of them. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at 2 up. Oh, 1, 2. 5 up, disgustingly resilient. Passes them both. Oh, Dirk, how are you
dear.
feeling? How are you feeling right now?
Well, you're going to have to keep coming towards me, so you're going to have to
Yes.
come out of cover sometime.
Yes, this is true, but I'm staying alive, which is the main thing. What do we have next? Is it over here?
I will fire my
Burst cannon?
burst cannon into this one. It only has 1 wound left.
2.
So I'm hitting on 5s. 1
wound.
wound, no neg.
He is disgustingly resilient. He's still fine. This, I'm coming back in the final turns, but I don't know if it'll be enough.
I will fire the fusion from the stealth suits into that one that's
1 wound lost.
1 wound lost, and then the burst cannons into this one.
Yep.
Hitting on 4s
Ooh.
and 5s. 2 at minus 1.
2 at minus 1. Okay, here we go. Passes them both. How are you feeling, Dirk?
Feel free to fail a saving throw
No.
at some point.
No, because I've been doing it all game. I am refusing to do it now when it really counts. Now we've just got...
Just the crisis suit
Just the
over
crisis
in the
suits.
corner over there.
Oh.
So the burst cannons will go into this tank,
Yep.
and the ion will go into this tank.
Very good.
Actually,
Decisions.
I will check distance. Sorry, I'll come back.
We'll come back to this.
Alright, so now I've decided to shoot my crisis suits into the Plague Marines. The
Plague Marines are just hiding behind here.
They're a
only-
minus 1 to hit as well, aren't they? So I'll be hitting on 5s. And re-rolling 1s.
Oi.
And then it's
Toughness 5.
toughness 5, so 4s. So 2 at -1, so effectively just your save.
Here we go. They're good. What else do we have?
And then I've got 3, 6,
This is
9.
the ion.
The iron shots. I won't overcharge it.
Yep.
Because they're only 1 wound anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm hitting on 5s, re-rolling 1s.
Oh,
Very good.
Good rolling.
And strength 7, so winning on 3s.
That's 5 wounds.
And these are -2.
So I've got 4 up save. So 5, 4 up saves. Watch me pass all these. I fail 3. Ooh, how many wounds a pop?
Just one.
Just
do
one?
damage.
Alright, so here we go. 5 ups. I lose another 2 Plague Marines. Oy. There we go. 2 more Plague Marines drop. Alright.
That will be the end of my shooting. I'm going to charge. The stealth suits are going to charge into the tank over there.
Right.
And
You're
do
in.
it quite easily.
But here we go. So I'm going to shoot the heavy slugger first. Nothing. And then I'm going to shoot the entropy cannons. Nothing. So you're in.
And then I'm also going to charge the devilfish into the tank again. He's in.
2 entropy cannons. Give me a 6. Oh, damn. Heavy sluggers. Nothing. Oh, no, there's one. And
No wound.
And you're in. There we go. So
I'll do combat now.
Yeah, there's not much.
1 attack. Misses. The stealth suits will hit on 5s.
2,
3.
Ooh.
So the green doesn't do is not -1, but the greys are -1 if I wound. That's just a regular armor save,
Which I
will fail.
but I will pass the disgustingly resilient. No, I don't. Oh, he takes another wound. That's it. So I'll just have him attack back as well. These 6s, 1 hit, and that's 1 wound. So you get 1 save. We can fix.
Which
the
one's
terrain
this on?
later.
The
The boys over there.
Celtics?
Yep.
Did you-
Ah, yes.
so -1.
No, just 1 wound. So kills 1. That's handy. And then D3. No, it's just 1 attack now. The other one. Oh, it hits. It's like strength 8 or something. So it wounds. No negative.
3 up.
Oh, you're all good. So that's your turn. How'd you feel about that?
I thought I'd do a little bit better with the shooting. He rolled pretty well for keeping that surgeon alive. Typhus is down to 1 wound, so fairly confident still, and obviously took off a couple more Plague Marines and locked these tanks up again so they can't really shoot at me. So I still think I'm obviously in a good position.
What I'll do is I'll just do their morale. The leadership's 7, so they're leadership 7. 3, yeah, they're 5. So, this is going on to my turn 5 now. So I might be able to do a little bit of damage, not much, but a little bit. We'll see how we go. So, good luck, Dirk. The Plague Vertical move, they're just trying to get some lucky Overwatch now. That's about it. Plague Marines are now hiding up here. Not that it really means too much. Everything else has just moved up as well. So this is when you've got to play balls to the wall sort of gaming. So I'm going to do a -1 to hit against the... I'm going to do it against the Death Guard Plague Marines. -1 to hit, so 10. They're all good. Now I'm going to do Smite, which is going to go against the grey unit, which has only got 3 guys left. So here we go. So Smite goes off on a 9, D3 mortals, 3. So I think that's the last of the grey dudes now. They're all gone. Oh, what have you got? Can you try and deny?
I can look to put it on my drones. The reason I'm doing this is because I don't want to leave my warlord exposed to a charge. So 1 drone.
So there's 3 wounds.
Yeah, but they can on a 2+, it carries over. So I'll try again on the next. So only 1 drone dies, which has left me in a bit of a predicament.
There's actually 4 guys left, so if I take that one and this one, at least you can't get into base to base. My character.
Still got a bit of shooting to go. So the pistol is going to go against one of the guys here as well. So from the Plague Surgeon, he hits. He doesn't wound. Good work, Plague Surgeon. Okay, so other shooting. I am now going to shoot the bolters at the blue unit and the blight launcher into the one remaining drone. So I'll do the blight launcher first. 2 hits, 3s to wound. That's 2 wounds at -2.
6s.
Ooh, and it's D3 wounds. Do you have any?
No. Just do.
Okay, and then I've got 4 bolter shots. 3 hits, 3s to wound. That's 3 wounds against your blue unit fire warriors.
They're in cover,
the grey ones.
Yep, so in cover, so 3 ups. 1 dead.
Boom. Okay. Next. So that's pretty much all my shooting done, but I've still got old mate here. So I'm probably going to shoot the crisis suits. So the Plague Surgeon, the Foul Blight's one's going to shoot the crisis suit. So let's do the strength first. Please be a good strength team. 4. Strength 4.
So you're winning on 5s.
How many shots? This is probably like 6 shots though. Oh, 5 shots. That's okay. So here we go. So 5s to wound. Rerolling any ones. So that's 2 wounds so far. Rerolling ones. So 2 wounds. -3. Are you going to take it against the shield drones?
Certainly am. 2 ups. And they convert to 1 mortal wound, so 5 ups. So 1 dead.
1 dead. Very good. Exactly what we want. Alright, so next will be the charge phase. Oh no, so I've got more shooting to do. So I've got Typhus's
Hive.
Destroyer Hive. So that's going to go against the...
There's only 1 man.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, do I shoot against the 1 man or do I shoot against the bigger blob because there's going to be more Overwatch coming from them? Let's go against the big blob. Wrong choice. 2d6 shots. 5 shots. 5s to hit. Oh, I hit once. Strength 3, so 4s. Wounds, it's like -3 though.
They're not all in cover, so 1 dead.
Yes! It actually killed something Destroyer Hive. Yes! Alright, now that's so charges to happen next. So obviously the Plague Surgeon is going to charge first. He is going to declare a multi-assault against... well, he's going to charge the pink guys and Dark Strider first. Then it'll be the Foul Blightspawn, then it'll be Typhus.
Alright, I'll have to have a think about how I'm going to do the Overwatch.
We'll come back to that. We'll probably do the Overwatch, then come back when everything is dead. Okay, so the Death Guard's last hurrah, turn 5. Successful. So, Plague Surgeon made it in, taking no wounds. Now, Typhus, he got the supporting fire from the Crisis suits. Managed to do, what was it?
I got 5 hits.
5 hits?
3 wounds.
Yes.
Failed 2 or 1?
1 it was...
You failed 1,
Yep.
sorry, and then I did 2 damage.
Yes. I passed 1 disgustingly resilient, failed another one, rolling a 1, and then what did I roll on my reroll thanks to the Plague Surgeon?
A 5.
Luck. So, and I just made the charge as well though, so it's by the skin of my teeth. And then the Foul Blightspawn made it as well. So, Typhus is going to throw everything into your Warlord just to get those extra points. So, 2s to hit. Hit 3 times. Strength 7, your toughness 3.
Yeah.
2s to wound, rerolling 1s, plague weapon. Lucky I get to reroll 1s.
What's the damage?
3, -3. So it's a flat 3 damage. He dead?
You just chopped his head off.
Just went. So there you go. Warlord. Woo! Plague Surgeon will just attack the Fire Warriors. Just try and get rid of some of them. So 3s to hit. He is not wanting to hit stuff. 2 1s. Then 3s to wound. You'll kill 1, -3. So it just chops 1 up. And then the Foul Blightspawn, he's got 3 attacks as well into the 1 Fire Warrior. He hits twice. So I'll just use these. There we go. So 3s to wound. 2 wounds, no negative. Oh, he's all good. So your attack's back.
One attack with the guy over here. Hits. Doesn't wound. And then I've got 3, 6...
Pile them all in.
7, 8 attacks.
7.
I've got... The sergeant has 2.
Sergeant! Oh.
5s.
Not too bad.
And 5s again. 2.
2 wounds. 3 ups. Fails 1, passes 1. Disgustingly resilient. Fails. Oh, so Plague Surgeon takes a wound. He's got 3 left. So there we go. So not too bad a turn for the Death Guard. Turn 5. Still a little bit rough. You'll probably shoot me off the board now. But
That's the plan.
That is the plan. But let's see what happens though. Like this is still a surprisingly good game. Oh, yes.
Morale on the drones is okay.
They got a leadership 7, don't they?
No, they got leadership 6, so if I rolled a 6, I would have lost 1.
And you only lost 1, didn't you?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go to Tau turn 5.
Movement-wise, 5 warriors have jumped out of combat. Just tried to make a bit of a wall here, protecting the suits and Dark Strider. Now I've also moved the Christ suits around, looking to sort of get closer to that objective. Jump down with the stealth drones and advance those, shield drones. And these guys have just moved up, looking to sort of grab the objective and also shoot. Christ suits have just basically stayed in cover in the corner there, looking to shoot at both of the tanks. So we'll go into my shooting phase. I'm going to fire with Dark Strider first. He will target the Plague Surgeon. Misses.
Whew.
I will do the 4 marker drones. So I will do 2 into the Surgeon, 2 into Typhus. That's 1. And so 2 on that one. Doesn't make much of a difference. I just want the reroll 1s. So I will go into my broadsides. Will fire into the Surgeon. So 4 shots firing into the Surgeon.
Oh, no.
Smart missiles into him. He doesn't blow up, does he?
No.
No, good. 4 shots hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. 4 hits.
Now roll 1s again.
And I'm winning on 3s. That's a mortal wound. Plus, you got 3 at -4, so you can't stop any of these.
Ignore cover.
No, it doesn't ignore cover.
6s, thank you. Watch me roll 6s. Nah. How many wounds?
So 5, 6, 8.
7, 8, 9.
Plus, yeah, the mortal
So
wound, so
9.
9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so I've taken, 1 wound so far on that Plague Surgeon. So 5. I will live. Probably not. No. Not a bad roll, but he is dead. Takes 5 wounds. So goodbye, Plague Surgeon. So you've taken that ability away from me. How does that make you feel?
Much better.
Doesn't make me feel good.
Smart missiles into this guy. No rerolls, so 4s. And 4s. So it ignores cover this weapon, so you've got 4 3-ups.
Passes them all. Like I
does.
said. Gotta make you think now.
I will go into Typhus with my missiles from my crisis suits. So 12 shots hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. Not bad. 10 hits.
Not bad. Toughness 5, so 4s.
No, they're strength 7, so 3s.
Oh. So what's this one shooting again? It's the...
This is Typhus, the crisis suits.
Oh, yep.
So 3, 6, 7.
So
7 minus 2.
7 minus 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
And you were in cover, so 3 ups.
Yes, here we go. Passes them all. Ooh. fails. 2. How many damage is that?
D3.
Ugh, it's gonna be bad.
So
That's
4 wounds.
Watch me pass 4 5-ups.
Oh! And that's surgeon. Lucky.
Oh, so goodbye typhus.
If you had the surgeon alive,
I know.
would he have survived?
If I had the surgeon alive. Ah! Well.
Fire warriors will fire into that last guy. So I've got
Lots.
7 guys there, 14 shots.
Good luck.
No rerolls. 4s. These do not ignore cover.
So how many is that?
So you got 6 2-ups.
6 2-ups. He's
He's
good.
And then there's one last guy from the lone squad. No
hits. Oh, the bloaty survives. How about that? How does it make you feel?
I'm happy that I've killed Typhus and the surgeon, so I'm okay with it.
Whatever.
And then I've got 4 shots from the stealth suits and the fusion going into that damage tank.
Ooh.
5s. Nothing. I'll do the burst cannon from the tank. 5s and 5s. 1 wound, no neg.
He's good.
Then I've got the crisis suits over here. I will fire into the tank that's damaged. I'll overcharge my weapons, but I'll do the burst cannons first.
This is all into the damage tank?
All into the damage tank.
Okay.
And 5s. So you got quite a few actually. 5 at -1.
Come on, I've got to die. So, only 1. He's good. Wow.
I'll do these one at a time. So the guy that hasn't taken any wounds has now taken a wound, and I got 1 hit. And then the guys that have taken 1 wound each have also lost a wound there, and 1 more hit. And alright. So 4 hits, wounding on 4s. 4 -2.
Okay, watch me either pass this or... Oh!
D3 damage. 2.
2. He's only got 2 left. Oh!
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
I can't believe I can't kill these tanks.
I can't believe I haven't killed some of your stuff. It's incredible. There you go.
That will end my turn.
Do you need to do charges or anything?
I'll come back. Alright, so yeah, stealth suits are going to charge this tank.
So,
just.
3 inches. Yeah, that'd be just in. So, 2 entropy cannons first. Double 6. No. And the 4 heavy sluggers shots. 1 hit. 1 wound.
Strength 5?
Yeah.
So yep. Good.
-1.
Yep. You got 3
Oh, 3 up save? Okay, yep. So there we go. Alright, cool. Next, what are you going to do?
I'm going to charge my whole mass of infantry and crisis suits and drones into that one guy.
Alright, so who are you charging first? The
I'm going to do
Pink
the
squad?
fire warriors.
pink squad first?
Yep, purple.
Okay. Strength of the weapon is 4. Ugh. How many shots? 6. Okay, so this is 3s. Re-rolling any 1s. So that kills 5. So you want to leave the closest ones first to 100% make it in. 4 inches.
And then the rest of the stuff's going to charge it as well.
Yep.
So this guy, I'll do the crisis suits next. 3,
Ooh.
that will still get them in.
This one here? Yeah, you should be in.
Yeah.
Oh, the crisis suits, yep.
Yep.
There we go.
And drones.
7. If he survives this... Brilliant.
And drones here.
It's a good last turn gamble. I know exactly what he's doing. So, good last turn gamble. But...
And that'll be it.
Very good. Very good. Okay, you get to attack. We'll probably just come back at the end of this because you probably kill him. So, yeah, we'll come back at the end. It's going to be a boring combat.
Alright, summing up. Didn't kill him, but locked him up. He killed my fire warriors in Overwatch and then killed them in close combat and then failing morale. Did nothing over here, but I've kind of achieved what I wanted, just to lock them up so they can't shoot what they kind of want. So yeah, going into turn 6, which will be the last turn. This mission we don't have to roll for it or anything like that. It's just the set 6 turns. So we're going to your...
Okay, so just literally moved the outbound line around. Everything else is staying where it is. So now I've got to do a little bit of damage control, see what can happen. So he can't shoot, but I've got some guys here that can. So let's try and kill. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to test my range. I don't know if I am in. What? Yeah, I'm just in. So the bolters and that are going to shoot the drones just here. So I've got because no, they have moved. So the bolter guys stayed still technically. So they don't count as moving, do they? If they haven't physically moved.
Yes.
They do count as moving?
No, they don't.
They don't? Okay, so they can do the bolter drill. So 4 shots into the drones. Everything hits. Drones toughness 4.
Yep.
4s. So 3 wounds so far from the bolters against these drones here.
So 4 up saves. 1 dead.
1 dead. And then the blight launcher hits once. Wounds once.
-2.
2. Dead. Yep. Kills 2. That's handy. Okay, so the next thing that's going to shoot is the plague mortar. So it's going to have a crack at the broadsides, and then everything else is going to shoot. So I'm going to do entropy cannons into the devilfish because I want to make it blow up and do some mortal wounds. Maybe even mortal wound my thing to blow up and then kill your stuff.
Domino
so I'm
effect.
hoping for a domino effect, and then the sluggers will just shoot the crisis suits. Might kill 1. So here we go. So I'll shoot the heavy sluggers first into the crisis suits, needing 4s to hit. 3 hits, toughness 5.
Yep.
So 4s to wound. No wounds. Okay, next entropy cannons into the devilfish. I've got a 3 and a 5.
Yep.
So it's a 3 to wound. Come on, baby, just do it for me. All game, nothing but 1s. Okay, how many mortar shots? 2. 4s to hit. 1 hit.
3s.
Reroll 1s. I'm loving the 1s tonight. Thank you very much for the game. There you go. All right, combat. My plague burst crawler, 1 attack, misses. You got your 2 attacks with your dudes.
One hit. 1 wound, no neg.
And that's
a fail.
And disgustingly resilient, which he fails. He's got 1 wound left. Not exactly how I wanted that to go. There we go. All right, it'll be your turn 6 next.
Something up turn 6 for me. We didn't really need to do any shooting. I still had 3 command points. I still had 5 command points up my sleeve. So I just moved it the 9 inches, and it's now my objective. And I killed him with the shooting, so he wasn't in my field, which would give me all the bonus points possible, so a maximum of 25. The game obviously was much, much closer than that. It's just that I was just able to get everything. But yeah, it was a much closer game than that.
Yes, it was. But we'll talk about it in the post-game summary. So, Dirk, good work.
Thank you.
All right, Dirk, fantastic game. Apologies for my rolling, but I think that was a good game though to show what one of the tournament games is like at ARC,
And also, if you come up against a hard counter, so for my army that moves very slow, lots of shooting, very hard counter, got to move around a board and snake my way around, I actually still think I did really well.
Yeah, you obviously got up in my face.
Yeah.
Especially with that poor rolling. It could have obviously been a much closer game if you'd rolled a little bit better and maybe just placed a few things differently. But yeah, no, it was an enjoyable game. So thank you.
No worries. So yeah, for anyone that's interested in Arc 40k, it's all filled up this year, and it plays in about 3 weeks from filming this. So it's probably about another week or so before Arc is when we actually release this battle report. So everyone should hopefully have their armies pretty much ready, doing their last lot of practice games. I know I'll be doing 1 or 2 more practice games with this list against different types of armies. So I've done very well against Blood Angels, where I've tabled them. Not so good against Tau, where they've almost tabled me. So, but that's how this can sort of go sometimes. Any other thoughts so far on this game, or just how the tournament's going to
go? I've played a few practice games as well. So I played against you with your Astra Militarum Scion's army.
Yes.
Which I've tweaked the list a fair bit. So that's been really good just to get a feel for how you play the list, so you know it. I want to try to do as well as possible, so the practice games are obviously crucial to that. And yeah, it's always been a great fun at ARC, so I'm looking forward to another year, and hopefully I can get better than my 11th place finish a couple of years ago. So
yeah, I had 39th last year playing sort of Yanari, so it was when the indexes were all out, so everything was much more costed, and yeah, I had some utter ripper games there. I think I had 2 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses, something like that, which put me 39th. It's nicely painted Drukhari army with my Yanari characters. So yeah, hopefully this year I'll do a little bit better. So I've only really tested against Blood Angels and Tau, so I've always done well against the Blood Angels. It's been close against the Tau, so it's sort of like at that tipping point where our last game was it just came down to a dice roll to see who won essentially. Or who scored the most amount of points. In this game, a little bit different, but yeah.
Me getting 25 points, I think that was a bit of luck, really. If you didn't roll as badly, there's no way it should have been blown out that far, because you only got about 6, I think.
Yeah, 6 points total, so played out the 4 turns and Warlord, so nearly would have got Line Breaker, but yeah, just unfortunately didn't happen. So who do you think is going to be tough for you against the tournament? So with your type of list, what do you think can get you?
I haven't played Orcs in 8th edition, so and obviously Genestealer Cult being a brand new codex is scary. I've tried to build a balanced list to counter sort of pretty much every army. Tank heavy armies I might struggle with, but then they've got hopefully a low model count, so objective wise I should be okay. Yeah, look, I'm not utterly scared of any army really, because I've just got so many Fire Warriors to handle Horde armies. I've got my broadsides and crisis suits to handle sort of tanks and light armor, so I think I should be okay. It's just if someone spams something that maybe I can't counter.
Yeah, I think for me it's going to be probably Tau will be the ones that are really, really tough. Maybe Grey Knights as well, because I've got a few things with the demon keywords. So their smite is really good at just doing those 3 mortal wounds, which is just painful. But yeah, it's mostly just Tau and really, really good gunline armies where they can just stay static and just sort of chip it away as I have to come up the field. Hopefully I'll play the Demon Prince and other vehicles of mine, the Plague Burst Crawlers and Blow Drone a little bit better. So I was literally just like a half inch out where it was targetable, and I failed all my saves like a full. So it was just one small thing which sort of just had a domino effect on the game for me. But as long as I don't do things like that, I think it should actually be pretty good for me as well. So I can keep putting the pressure on with the Plague Burst Crawlers. I can start moving them around. Try not to burn through as many command points as quick as I did in that game, because I really just burned through them super quick for a few cheap re-rolls. So, which I failed most of it anyway, which is the general rule of it. So anyway, yeah, look, we'll end it all up there. So Dirk, congratulations again. Yeah, hopefully we'll try and do one more practice game before then. Might not film it, might just be a game. But yeah, if you guys are at ARC, just make sure you come say hi, have a chat. Also make sure if you're going to ARC as well, just speak to as many people as you can, because there's heaps of cool people that go. Check out all the armies, and have a really good time. Cheers. All right, see you guys later. Bye.